Hey, Jake, we're back here at 90s BBall Cards. So you requested to see my PC, and I'm here to give you a series of videos on just that. So the top requested thing that people asked to see my PC were my most valuable cards. So that's what we're going to go over today. I'll show you my top 10 most valuable cards in my collection. And we'll talk a little bit about those cards and some of the details, some of the stories about them, and whatever interesting items there could be. So as you'll see as I'm going through, I'm a proponent of really collecting what you like. I don't collect for value. Value is kind of a secondary piece, and it's always nice to have a high value card. But I don't have anything that's astronomical in value, as you see when we go through. But these are pieces that I've liked over the years, that I've had fond memories of. And you'll see, just like you probably, I collect things that are nostalgic for me and things that kind of just catch my interest. So let's jump right in. All right, starting with number 10. We've got the 97-98 FLAIR ULTRABILITIES, and this is the Superstar. So there's 3 variants. This is the most rare variant at 1 in 288 packs. According to the most recent eBay comps that I could find, this averages out for about $80. Now, there haven't been any comps in about a year, so this doesn't come up on eBay terribly often. Really rare card, really cool. You know, I love it with a die cut. But one thing that you'll notice is the case that I have it in. I usually like to use top loaders and one touches for my cards. But this card, because of the die cut, when you have this in a top loader or a one touch and you have it standing up, you know, the way that I usually store them would be standing on their right side. This edge right down here really bears the brunt of the majority of the weight of the card, and really is very prone to getting bent or chipped or just damaged in general. So one of the things that I had learned is a best practice is to put it in one of these cases that are typically used when you're sending something into PSA or BGS, because it relieves some of the weight from that bottom corner. So this is what I keep it in for now until I'll probably get it slabbed at some point. But you know, a really cool card that I always loved, and there's a lot of really cool players in this set. So that is number 10 for value in my PC. Number 9 is the 0304 LeBron James Topps Rookie. So, you know, this is just a base card. It's not an insert of any sort, but, you know, LeBron is one of the best players, if not the best player in the game right now. So this card is definitely a hot seller. And there's, you know, it's not hard to find one of these cards out on eBay. They're pretty plentiful, but they're definitely valuable, and definitely something that I should probably get graded relatively soon, in all honesty. But, you know, these you can just get in a regular pack of 0304 Topps, and on eBay, on average, they sell for about $85, $90. You know, really depends if, you know, you can see centering issues or something if it's raw. And then obviously if you get one graded and it grades well, the price can go up exponentially from there. It's a really cool card. I love this because him and his, you know, draft day picture, you know, as he got drafted in that suit, and then with that 23 Cleveland jersey. I always like draft day pictures for some reason, so love that card. Here we have kind of an interesting card, not a pack pulled card as far as I'm aware anyway. So this is the 95-96 Topps Finest Mystery Finest, and this is a test refractor. So in the finest packs for 95-96, you could get Mystery Finest cards that had a black film over the front of them, so you didn't know who the player was. You also didn't know if it was a bordered or a borderless. So they only had 2 versions of these that were pack pulled. One that had the border with no refractor, and then one that didn't have any border that was considered a gold/refractor. So these bordered refractors were something that got out the door somehow from Topps, with a refractor finish on it. So they're pretty rare, and I'm actually not positive if these might have snuck their way into some packs or if they were just things that got released onto the market somehow later on. But there's really no way to know how rare they are, or you know, how many there are in existence. But pretty cool card, you know, pretty unique story on these. And you know, these on eBay sell for right around the $90 point. But if you can get one that grades really well, the price goes up, you know, to hundreds of dollars potentially, you know, if you're looking at 9s and 10s. This one, obviously, you can see the centering is way off. You know, this is nowhere near a 10. But something I should probably look into getting graded as well, you know, just to see what the rest of it looks like. Obviously, the grading's going to bring it down a notch. All right, the next one on the list. So this is one that I searched for a long time. So this is the 97-98 SPX Pro Motion. And hopefully you can pick it up there. There's a little hologram of Penny right there. So this is a pretty rare card, very hard to find. So pulling it out of a pack, you're looking at 1 in 252 packs. So it's definitely a rare pull, but it's even harder to find out on the open market. These come up very, very infrequently. And when they do, they get jumped on pretty quickly. It's a cool card. You've got a little die cut with the X in the middle, which I always love seeing that. You get obviously the die cut edges. Just a really nice card. And these, like I said, they don't come up often. So the average that I was able to find, it's about $100, but I haven't seen any sell in the last year plus. So, it could be more if one comes up soon. It's not gonna be mine though. So the next one, I'm gonna actually show you guys two. They're both kind of similar in a lot of ways. So the 99-2000 NBA Hoops, and this is a build your own card redemption. This is actually one that I had redeemed back in probably the year 2000, and I have it in the same holder that I got it shipped in from Skybox, and I actually still have the packaging slip in everything that came with this. So this is the Iverson, really cool set that I think I've talked about when we opened up the 99-2000 Hoops packs. So, this Iverson card, there's only 250 of them. There's 9 different combinations possible. Each one is numbered to 250, but not necessarily all 250 of each were redeemed, so there could be much fewer. And actually, Iverson is one of the harder players to find, not the hardest, but right up there. So this one sells for an average of about $100 on eBay currently. Again, it's a rarer one to find of Iverson, so his cards go for a little bit more in this set. But along with that, I wanted to show you guys also the Kobe that I have. I've got a few other players, but Kobe and Iverson are the most valuable of the ones that I have currently. So this is another combination of the front and the back, again, numbered to 250, and the Kobe sells for about $85 or so. Sometimes because it's a little bit of a lesser known set, you can get lucky and see them go for a little bit less, but sometimes they demand a premium if people get into them, and they go for a considerable amount more. So really cool cards there. Hard to find as well. Next one, we've got the 97-98 Metal Universe Titanium insert. And this is of Penny. As you can see though, Jordan's prominently featured in kind of a secondary player on there. And these cards definitely demand a premium on the market because some Jordan collectors actually collect this card as well with some other Jordan cards that have Jordan prominently figured. So these get a nice little boost in value because of Jordan being in there so prominently. But really cool cards. A die cut, considerably die cut card and completely acetate. Really cool. So these are also, interestingly enough, pretty thin cards in terms of their width. So putting them in a traditional one touch can be problematic because they can slide around quite a bit and actually slide out of the holders that are naturally in a one touch. So that's why I have this in a top loader and then a team bag over it just to make sure it stays in place. But definitely another item that I should look to get slabbed just for pure protection of it. So these were 1 in 72 packs, and you might be saying that's not that rare, but these were pretty premium packs back in the day, and now a pack of these would probably run you $30, $40, $50, and a box is about $1,100. So you can see that the value of the product overall definitely drives up the value of the set as well as Jordan being in it. So these sell on average for about $120, and they're not the hardest thing to find. If you're looking for one, it's definitely something you can expect to come up sometimes on eBay. All right, this one is a personal favorite of mine. So this is ranking at number 4 on my list. So again, 97-98 FLAIR Ultra, and this is the Star Power Supreme. So similar to the first card that we discussed, there were 3 variations, and this is the top variation of all of those. So this is a really cool card to me. You've got a lot of really cool, kind of like atom bomb type designs there. You've got a little bit of die cut, clear acetate. But the thing that I really love about this is this picture of Penny on the back actually comes through on the front a little bit. And I just really think it's cool having that picture instead of like you have on some acetates where it's just you know, a white or, you know, kind of a opaque. It's completely transparent on both sides. It's really unique and something I really enjoy. So this again sells for right around $120. These are pretty hard to find, and another item that if you get it graded and it grades well, that these can definitely go up exponentially. All right, number 3 on my list is the 93-94 Topps Finest Rookie Refractor of Penny. And this is in a PSA 9, so that definitely plays into the value of this for sure. Raw cards definitely sell for less, especially when you're getting into the rookie cards from the early 90s. So, you know, hopefully you guys can pick up the reflective nature on this card, but with all the colors, it's, you know, really a very cool refractor pattern in person. And just a card that I always had as kind of like my holy grail as a kid when I was trying to get all the Penny rookies. So one that I was really happy to get into my PC. And the interesting thing with 93, unlike what they started doing in 96, there was no indication of it being a refractor. So if you went and pulled a pack, you kind of had to know what they looked like to make sure that you didn't mislabel or misunderstand what you pulled. But also, it kind of runs a little bit of a risk sometimes when you're buying these online, because somebody might think it's a refractor and the picture might not show clearly if it is or not. So, you know, definitely it's something to be wary of, but, you know, if you're getting something graded, you can rest assured that they know what they're talking about. So these sell for right around $120 online, and these were inserted in packs at a rate of 1 in 9, so it doesn't sound that rare, but you can get, you know, a refractor of any player in the set. And there were a bunch of, you know, star players that were actually short printed, and Penny was not one of them for the refractors. So 1 in 9 is the odds on pulling one of these guys. All right, getting up to some big boys. So number 2 on my list, 96-97 FLAIR Showcase Hot Shots. And these were inserted 1 in 90 packs. So this was a card that I sought after as a kid. You know, I just dreamed of this card. Really awesome die cut with the flame being cut out. You got the ball in there, but also there's some embossing. You can probably see it a little bit better on the back, where the ball and Penny himself are embossed, and maybe you can see kind of that imprint there. Just a really, really cool card. Very unique design, especially for 96. And just an incredible product overall FLAIR Showcase was that year. And these inserts were, you know, just so highly sought after. Incredible cards. And these sell for an average of about $160 on eBay right now. All right, and my top value card, 97 SPX HOLOVIEW Jordan. Of course, there had to be a Jordan here, right? So Jordan cards, as I'm sure you are aware, just, you know, kind of rule the landscape of 90s basketball cards and a lot of the cards in general in the NBA. So this is actually one of the sets. This is probably my favorite insert set, the HOLOVIEW Heroes from 97. I just love, you know, the design of the die cut is incredible. It's followed throughout their entire set. The base cards are all die cut like that, and all of their inserts are die cut like that. But then how you have kind of the split panel here, you've got this side here with a hologram, and hopefully you can pick it up. You've got Jordan's face down there, and then you've got Jordan going up for either a dunk or a rebound. And then you've got another 2 pictures over here of Jordan. So you know, you're cramming 4 pictures onto the card, but it's really done in a very tasteful and kind of elegant way. Just really, you know, very eye-catching. It's, like I said, it's probably my favorite design for an insert card from the 90s. And you know, you can see here on the back, it, you know, kind of follows the same theme. Really cool looking card. So these were 1 in 24 packs, but that was basically 1 per box if you were getting a box of SPX back in 97. And these packs were only 1 card per pack. So you might remember I opened up a pack of these for football, and we just got 1 card in that pack. So, you know, if you're looking to get 1 of the HOLOVIEW Heroes, you know, you could get somebody who's not terribly valuable. You know, you could get the Jordan, get lucky, you could get Penny, but there are some other players. Stephon Marbury doesn't hold a ton of value, you know, but they're all really cool looking cards. So 1 in 24 doesn't sound terribly rare, but when you're getting 1 card per pack, you know, they are quite rare. And these sell currently on eBay, again, ungraded on average for about $230. Jordan cards right now are soaring sky high, and it seems like every day they jump to a new height in price. So I'm sure that, you know, in a month or two, we could probably revise this and restate the price here. But right now that sells for about $230. So those are my top 10 value cards. All right, so you saw my top 10 most valuable cards in my collection. So a couple questions I have for you that I'd love to hear some feedback on. First off, what did you think of this video? You know, you've been asking for this, so I wanted to make sure to give it to you, but what do you think of the format? Do you like it, or do you have any suggestions of what I should do differently or change up in my next PC review video? And then my next question for you is, what's the next thing that you'd like to see? So the top requested thing for sure was my most valuable cards, so that's what I wanted to get you first. But what else would you like to see in my PC? I'm happy to show everything and anything, but I want to make sure it's stuff that you want to see. And then really the question of the day is, what's your most valuable card in your PC? Or if you're just starting collecting and you don't have a whole lot of stuff yet, or you're just starting and you don't have any stuff, what's kind of your holy grail? This was mine when I first started collecting, the Rookie Refractor like we were talking about. So what is either your most valuable card, or what is the card that you are most highly seeking in your collection? So as always, thank you for watching these videos. I enjoy chatting with you about our passion in this great hobby. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. As always, videos release on Wednesdays, and then any bonus videos will drop on Fridays. Thanks.